Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence on them Series JG. Something I forgot to do early in the... because I basically, at this point, I've recorded a full weekend's worth of this new scenario, the Sekigahara scenario. Something I meant to do at the very beginning was throw out a few thoughts about some of the in-character... kind of roleplay in-character comments that are showing up in the comments section of these videos. So I appreciate... excuse me, jeez. I like the engagement that these series tend to create. I mean, I don't have anywhere near the views I would have if I had a scare cam and was yelling, rape, rape, oh, over some goofy video. But, you know, the people who are following the channel do seem to engage more in these series than some of the other stuff that I'm doing. And I do enjoy when people are role-playing a bit as their characters. That can be a lot of fun. The big issue, I guess, and by now it's too late, but... we got that big gap of time. I'm thinking, like, you know, write some stuff about your involvement in the fight at against the Hojo, if you want to. Otherwise, yeah, there's like this huge gap of time that passed, where you could say Masamune kind of got a little insular, you know, brooding over the fact that he killed his brother, that is his father's death. The fact that he had to execute his own brother to stop the clan from being split by enemies who are trying to create discord within the clan, and that it was really woken up by the fact that Hideyoshi took his territory, and like, you know, if I was role playing as an officer, I would be excited about the fact that finally we have an open. Now that war has returned through the country, we have our first chance to actually expand the power of the Date. Otherwise, yeah, for those of you who... Like, I gave the saddle cutter and lacquered armor back to the officers who had it, and I don't have any gifts for anyone else, so I guess run with that as best you can. Anyway, we are going to end the turn, and hope that the Uesugi are done marching on Hasedō Castle for a while, because I don't really have that much left to oppose them with. I definitely need to start taking some of their lesser castles, though. I want Yonezawa Castle back, although I don't think I can get it back without some help. But never mind, that was it. That was how long I had to defend it for. So I guess I did better with that than I thought. Masamune, Date stays put accomplished. So transferring officers around didn't hurt anything, I guess. Shigazane Date stays put accomplished. And can I guess what's next? Is it Kojiro? Was that accomplished? Yes. Kojiro also stayed put. Excellent. So the Battle of Kaicho-dewa was accomplished. And that is the last Date historical quest. We'll see cinematics for historical things that are happening with other forces popping up, but that's it kind of for the Date. There is one that I've seen the YouTube videos. I don't know specifically how to trigger it. That's much later. There is a thing you can do that is a fantasy path where Masamune betrays Ieyasu, and it's tied into the Edo campaign, and it's kind of similar. It's like the same battles that are chronicled in a weird demon way with the Neo DLCs I'm recording right now, but yeah, we can do some stuff there, but I don't know how to unlock that for sure, and it might not even make sense, because by the time we get there, I might have already betrayed Ieyasu and taken over his territory. It's possible. So I've gained the genius trait, I've got the guts trait. The Battle of Sekigahara ended in victory for the East Army. The central four warriors of the West Army who had stood against Ieyasu were each facing their fates. Once he knew the battle could not be won, Yoshitsugu Otani cut his stomach on the battlefield, ending his life. Mitsunari Ishida and Yoshinaga Konishi escaped the battlefield and each retreated to the mountains of Ibuki, but were eventually captured by the East Army. In the case of Mitsunari, he was finally cornered by Anjin, even though Mitsunari turned into a demon. But that might not be 100% historically accurate. It's not 100% medically accurate like the Human Centipede was. Hidei Ukita, however, made it all the way to Osaka under the protection of Takanori Akashi and his other retainers. I thought we dealt with the Akashi. Or never mind, that was somebody else. In a port in Osaka. My lord, hurry to the ship. He's got like a Nobunaga look to him. I haven't lost yet. The Toyotomi is still alive and well. Let's get back to the castle and fight with the minister one more time. We'll win next time. We'll win next time. Hidei Ukita. Requesting the help of the Shimazu clan, he managed to escape to Satsuma. 2 years later, however, though he escaped the death penalty, he fell under the Tokugawa clan's surveillance. Afterwards, he was exiled to Hachijo Island. Though he never returned, he lived a peaceful life of 84 years. Keep safe, my lord. I, Takanori, will avenge your loss. Takanori Akashi. After the Battle of Sekigahara, he disappeared. Later, during the siege of Osaka Castle, he joined the side of the Toyotomi, fighting with Yukimura Sanada and showing that his tactical skill had not degraded in the slightest. 3 months after the Battle of Sekigahara, in the Rokujo riverbank of Kyoto, Yukinaga Konishi and Mitsunari Ishida, central figures of the West Army and captured by the East Army, were sentenced to be bound on horseback and led through town with banners detailing their misdeeds before ultimately facing decapitation. Want me to call a priest? I'll have to refuse that. I pray to a different god. Lord, I fought with everything I had for the sake of my beliefs. For the sake of my friends, I have either regret nor shame. They meant neither. The fact that if it had been either regret or shame, I could have made a joke about how he's not sure which. But that particular mistranslation really doesn't leave me anywhere to go. One thing, I don't know that Mitsunari Ishida was particularly gung-ho about Christians, but that would be a big thing for one of the things that would cause some tension between Masamune and Ieyasu, is that Ieyasu was very much against allowing any Christian influence into Japan, and Masamune was much more pro allowing in outside cultural influences. So there are reports of Christians being arrested and persecuted in the Date lands, but it's pretty widely accepted that that was Masamune doing what he absolutely had to do, and kind of doing as little of it as he would be allowed to get away with. And now, Lord, I shall come to join you. I shall become a soul with eternal life to serve you for all time. Yukinaga Konishi was executed at the riverbank of Rokujo. Forbidden to take his own life by his Christianity, he came clean and faced his fate, refusing the intervention of the Buddhist priest before his end. His willingness to die for his beliefs showed a strength that resonated throughout the land. There's one thing I'd like to ask for. What do you want? I'm thirsty. Could I have a cup of water? I don't have any water, but I've got a dried persimmon. Chomping into this should make you a little less thirsty. My strength has mostly escaped me. Persimmons chill the body, so I'll pass. Your head's going to be rolling on the floor before too long, and you're worried about your health? The greater the ideals of a man, the more he treasures his life and acting in accordance with them, even in the face of death. Wow. You really don't like persimmons, do you? Mitsunari Ishida was executed at the riverbank of Rokujo. Like the torchlight between the reeds of old Chikuma Creek, my life blows away, fragile. Accepting his faith and calm to the very end as he carried out his last role as a leader was an act befitting of the man. The battle of the various warriors of the West Army, undertaken with ambition and preparation for death, ended here, handing history over to the victors. Shigei Ishida is inherited from Mitsunari Ishida and become the new daimyo. Yukikage Konishi is inherited from Yukinaga Konishi and become the new daimyo, and so forth. Though once again, it's like, so the battle has ended, but now you've got all these territories that are still Ishida. It's just, it's kind of falling action now. Like the Tokugawa will roll all these territories up. At least it would be if this wasn't like an open war simulation game. A couple of groups, potentially, if like the AIs were of different skill levels, if you gave a really bad AI to the Tokugawa, it's not impossible that like the Mori or the Shimazu or the Uesugi, or perhaps more importantly, the Date could climb up and gain enough power to challenge the Tokugawa. Wary of our ally, the Uesugi clan. We're not allied with the Uesugi clan. Oh, enemy of our ally. And oh, never mind. They're saying that we are an enemy of their ally. Never mind. They're allied with the Uesugi. That makes a lot more sense. So all these groups have left the Western Army. Chosokabe, Shimazu, and Takibana all abandoned the Western Coalition because of... well, let's look at the coalitions. So the Tokugawa clan and the Ishida clan have their own coalition. Our contribution to the coalition has been... Oh, this is interesting. So Fukushima and Tokugawa, we have put, other than Fukushima Masanori's group and the Tokugawa themselves, we have put the most contribution to the clan. Or into the alliance. And the Ishida has been mostly the Ishida, the Kanishi. Nobody actually contributed as much to the Ishida clan as we did to the Tokugawa clan. So you can see how things ain't going that great for them. Where's the Uesugi in all this? Are they already out of the clan? Or the coalition? Yeah, I missed the Uesugi. Like, how much did they do for their own clan? Or own coalition? I'm confused now about how to even read this. Whatever. Alright. So we need to start attacking their castles, toot sweet. But we don't have that many troops anymore. But now we can use whoever we want to. Yeah, I need a little time to pass. I can't do it. I could send them to attack this castle, but there's nobody that can really back them up properly. Maybe Rifu Castle marching together with Okami Hato's unit could, if I wanted to be super aggressive. No, that's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. I think we're just gonna have to be satisfied for now that we didn't let them take over the Megami territory. Town fair has been constructed. It's all good.
Let us begin the meeting. Here's last month's balance.
We actually got a little more gold than we spent for once.
Reporting in.
Training has paid off, and I've grown. So how is this going? We're getting pretty close to getting a rank, and once we do, we'll need even more gold because achieving maximum diplomacy with the court basically allows you to bribe them for an increase in rank. But that carries some benefits, but that means you need to have enough gold on hand to actually conduct a bribe. So this. Can I afford it? So I want enclosures, which involves building wooden fences, and then the enclosure will give you an increase in hit points and population growth. So because I need this place to be able to stand against the Nanbu and make it... I want it to be really unappealing for the Nanbu to attack this place. So if I use up half my labor, I can at least set the stage for that down the road. But again, that's half my labor used, and almost all my food,
What would
too.
you like?
Oh yeah, and I got treasures available, thanks. Now that I have 0 money.
What would you like? Thank you very much.
Selling a whole bunch of food, leaving us very little. All we can really do right now is march out to defend ourselves. Business is bustling in town, my liege. Shouldn't we have a better overseer than you? Yeah. And now, as far as appeasing tribes, we kind of need these tribes need to be on our side. Because, they're on the front line with us and the Uesugi, and we're going to be fighting the Uesugi fairly soon. So we're having some resource management issues here. But eventually, I need to start getting road construction going, at least around the cities, to help them grow. And, thing is, I just don't want to give the Uesugi too much time to lick their wounds either. Because they've got some castles with thousands of troops in it. Although this main army that we defeated came out of Yonezawa Castle. I can't even attack that castle right now because it's like, it's got so many freaking hit points. I'd need to be doing... Ito clan has been eliminated. I'd need to be throwing troops against it and weakening its walls before I could have any chance of taking it over. I cannot mount a large enough force to just encircle and take that castle right now. So it would be more strategic to take the smaller castles first. But I want that territory back. I mean, Date troops fought and bled to take the Ashina territories, and now it was just handed over to the Uesugi, who had the nerve to attack our uncle, who's ours to destroy. I have come of age and will help our family however I can. A child of Masamune Date inheriting his talent contributed greatly to the clan's prosperity. Ha 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 ha! You're my daughter, all right. Very well. We shall be the scourge of the battlefield together.
Your orders?
Emperor.
Here's last month's balance. Reporting in.
Thanks to our appeasing of the tribe, one of our boys has come of age and decided she's a girl. Thanks to our appeasing the tribe, they're interested in us. They're appeasing the tribe, they're interested in us. My training's paid off, and I've grown. Alright, so we'll... So if these walls are built... They are not built yet. Let's develop. We will follow the recommendations of the overseers at each base. Coalition, alliances. Here's what we need to do. We need to form an alliance with the Tokugawa, although at this point I guess we can't do that with them right now. So we need 100 trust with the Tokugawa to form a marriage alliance, and that's what I actually want to do. I don't want to start fighting the Tokugawa for a very long time, so we can start negotiating with them to build up 100 trust, but we're already at 90, so why would... And I can't I probably got to, conquer a few forces so we are closer to being direct neighbors with them first. So it's probably not a good idea right now. Wait, what are the other... assimilate. Who could we assimilate? What would we get? Population would go up. Our max orders would go up. We wouldn't get an officer, though. I generally don't assimilate the tribes. I just let them kind of pop up and support us. So we'll continue working on these two tribes. And, well, it's more time pass. What is going on with you guys? You broken? Your food refuses to run out, but you're just constantly using food. Yeah, they're at a base where they can resupply. I just want my troops counts up until I'm ready to march and take a castle from the Uesugi, and I probably have to be prepared to defend it too. The walls are complete. Okay, let's let some time go here.
Your orders? Here's last month's balance. Reporting in.
Thanks for appeasing. Training's paid off. Okay. So... if I get a annex going here, HP increases even more. Population increases a little quickly. It's only plus 10. So it's a very expensive version of like the rice dealer, which I wasn't building elsewhere, but it will also increase the HP of the castle. And this means I do not have enough money to do anything again. Once again, I'm like all excited about going on the march, but I don't have enough food to do that. So I'm kind of just like... maybe we can go 1 month without working on the tribes, probably. Oh, we have a commons that can be changed, so that will be... okay, there's more things that we need to be building now that I can't afford to build. Gain enough support with Imperial court, so he'll stop diplomacy. Okay. Well, that means until I build up enough to actually bribe the courts, we'll have a little reprieve from spending that gold.
Let us begin the meeting. Here's last month's balance. Reporting in.
Okay, so now at the court we can do a request. Left lieutenant, right lieutenant, senior sergeant, sergeant, junior sergeant, Awa prefect, Wakasa prefect, Noto prefect, Sato prefect, Tango prefect, Iwami prefect, Nagato prefect, Tosa prefect, Yuga prefect, Asumi prefect, Satsuma prefect. Let's become the junior sergeant. I don't know how much gold that will cost, but we'll need to have gold on hand to bribe with. So we want to avoid spending gold right now, although now we have more stuff to build. So this is going to be... we want an orchard eventually. And this will cost half of our freaking money. Oh, what the hell. Worst case scenario is we don't get to get that new fancy position right away. So, any of these things going to be making conscripts? Probably not that one. Definitely not that one. So you're probably heading for Orchard too. Alright, well that was all of our, well almost all of our labor. We could get a really big boost too. Is there a better you don't really have a better overseer, but we still need to build up your crafts. Alright. Let's sell food one more time.
What would you like?
Just trying to make sure I have enough left to actually defend if we get marched against. That's the big risk I'm taking right now. But this should give us enough to actually get some kind of title for Masamune. We're petitioning for Masamune to be made like a junior deputy. Enclosure is complete. So you can see the advantage there. Now these guys have got like estimated 500 tubes, estimated 1,000, estimated 500. But the castle they could potentially decide to attack has got 3,500 hit points. So it just makes our northern border significantly more secure. Confident, dry, and secure. And that city will grow a bit faster. JG Mysteries Paul has gone up. That's good. We got canals now. Probably speed this up, but I'm going to grab a drink of water instead. Oh, that unit's finally marching away. Seems our messenger has finally reached the Imperial courts. And I need to remember the name of this castle if I can find it again. 3,000 gold. We do not have enough. I see. Forget we said anything then. I didn't think it would be quite that expensive. Damn, that's the first rank too. But anyway, it was which castle was it exactly? It was Fushimi Castle, I think. I'm trying to remember the exact castle that is considered the capital at this moment. So that was kind of a waste of time, but I didn't really waste any energy. No resource wasted in that failed attempt. But we do need to end our next turn with at least 3,000 gold left.
Here is last month's balance. Reporting in.
Alright, so... So that's that. So now I could go... Well, let's see how our tribes are doing. Have they, Uesugi been working them back down? Well, they're still kind of on our side. I really want to be junior sergeant, buddy. So now, when we end our turn, we'll have almost exactly enough to do that, and then be bankrupt. But we'll get whatever gold we get that month. Now we just got to make it to harvest time without getting attacked, since I have very little food in reserve to actually feed any armies that march to defend. I'm certainly not going to attack anyone right now. Seems our messengers reached the Imperial courts. I would love to grant your wish, but perhaps with the gift of 3,000 gold? Masamune Date assigned Junior Sergeant by Imperial Court. From this day forth, I am Junior Sergeant. Those that fail to bow to my authority shall be eliminated. Now I'm curious about all officers and official posts. So no other officers anywhere has an actual official post, if I understand this correctly, which is weird. We've got Akari Ando with a saddle cutter. We've got Grimmeth Reaper with his lacquered black armor. The next time I take a rank, like if I go back to working on the Imperial Court and get a higher rank, Tonbone Giri for... Oh, interesting. Interesting how she ended up with that treasure. Tonbone Giri was, I think, is Tadakatsu's weapon. So, these characters with the beads, which I don't know if they're from the game or if they're amongst the, like, in-game bonus characters. But they seem to be getting treasures from Tokugawa to maintain their loyalty. Meanwhile, nobody else has got treasures and nobody else has official posts. But once Masamune gets a higher level rank, I will be able to... Like, that rank will still be mine. So Masamune will be able to make someone else in his force the new Junior Sergeant to increase their loyalty. I'm now of age, so let me use my life for the clan. I was checking to see if it's time to end the video, which it is, and apparently it advanced without me a little bit. Child of Masamune Date inheriting his talent. Ah, you're my daughter, etc.
Your orders?
Templar.
Here is last month's balance.
So we have a little bit of money, not a whole lot, because we spent 3,000 on other, which was
Reporting in.
basically making Masamune the new junior Ghostbuster. Rumor has it, Sugumichi Onozaki has been conspiring. Okay. I'll tell you what, we'll look into that next time because it's time to call it a video. We gotta figure out what's going on with this Tsunaburi Derby guy. See whether we care about him leaving us. But now, like, once we have some food, we basically need to start taking over castles. I'm Mysterious JG. I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you join me next time for more of Nobunaga's Ambitions, Sphere of Influence. Bye-bye.